Anyway, so I want to thank everyone that's here today. I'm going to be hosting this webinar for the beginning. I'm going to be here throughout the whole process. And I want to introduce very quickly Cindy. We did have quite a lot of people registered, and I know some people are going to join us later or watch the recording, some of you on Facebook Live, and we're going to be sharing this as well on our Best You Online platform as well. And the reason we're doing it is because I feel it's of extreme importance. So the idea really is to provide, I think in this case in particular, we're going to be focusing a lot more on providing you guys, coaches, trainers, therapists, entrepreneurs, people that work with other customers with ideally skills that can help you enhance your professional toolkit, if we want to call it like such, and so you can provide your customers a much better service. But let me quickly introduce Cindy. Cindy, she began as an entrepreneur at the age of 21 in business. She's run successful transportation business before her venture into the financial services. She's got obviously vast, massive experience, and she's been in this she's gone through economic recessions before. She joined an independent firm, and she's had tremendous success. She's a financial strategist, and she helps people with things that a lot of people really underestimate, and it's only when they are finding it difficult to pay for the bills and not have any money is when they really start focusing on how important it is to have a retirement plan, and also to have your last years, the last part of your life taken care of, and also most importantly, God forbid, our health turns around. So she helps people and provides them with the expertise to have safe wealth. And we were talking about last time how much we spend our lives trying to build wealth, when our main focus should be around health. And then we spend the wealth that we've managed to hopefully accumulate to focus on the health. So a lot of the conversations we're going to be having here today, I think, are essential. And although personal professional growth is extremely important, and you need to have the right mindset in order to overcome any challenge that life throws at you, this for me is key, absolutely key for you personally. But in this case here, we're going to be talking about, or Cindy's going to be talking about more how this can help you become a better coach, a better mentor, a better advisor for your clients, and also provide you with additional revenue, which I think everyone is always keen and interested in. So Cindy, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, no, thank you, of course, for the invitation. And I know that you and I have had several conversations of how can we create an impact on your community, and of course, as well as everyone that's part of your group, Bernardo. And so for me, it's always a pleasure to be able to share. But I think today, as you are speaking, is we're hoping that we're going to expand your vision, and we're going to stretch it a little bit more. Also, how you can become essentially even a bigger key player for your current clients, and how in today's day, more than ever, it is absolutely urgent. And I say absolutely urgent, that as a coach, and I know there's coaches in everything in life, and I do really truly believe that without coaches, people do not accomplish maybe everything that they're set out to do in life, because we all have obstacles, whether we are our biggest, enemy sometimes, whether it's our mindset, whether it's our love relationships or our money relationships. I mean, I believe that, coaches are obviously essential to the success. I know that I've built several businesses, and the ones that I have been the most successful in is because I've had a coach, right? I had a coach that's been there, done that, understands exactly, what it is that I'm about to embark on. So I really do truly believe that the more rounded that you can be, the more knowledgeable that you can be, the more content and the more information you can provide will just simply increase your ability of wealth, as well as generate wealth for others, as well as put them in a place where they can be financially sound. Because even though money is not everything, we know it, money just makes the world go round. That's just simple. And I hope that many people out there through this pandemic have, hopefully, as I like to think about it, has awoken from a coma. The coma of planning isn't important. The coma of, putting money away isn't important. The coma of not having enough for emergencies isn't important. The coma of am I prioritizing the things that I really need out of my life financially? Because we could essentially have maybe everything else in our life be in pretty good order, but we also know that money can be the heart of all problems, right? It could be the one thing that if it's not the one thing in order, it almost can spiral everything down in a different direction. So what we're here to speak to you guys about really is a great opportunity to enhance your current business. I will share a couple of details. I do hope that if you are interested in learning how you can implement this, I'll share how I've done it with coaches, right? Because I work currently with coaches, and some of them are trauma coaches, some of them are, business coaches, some of them, again, there's a coach for wherever it is that we need help in our lives, because we need to sometimes get over our own blockage, whatever that may be. But guess what? Financial education, knowing about money, is what everybody needs regardless. And it doesn't matter what level of education, it doesn't matter where they are in life. It could be here, 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 here. I promise that in any of those, there's always going to be room for improvement when it comes to their money situation, how they see money, how they can improve it. And essentially how you can be a role player in regards to helping them put themselves into that financial position. So to kind of share with you guys, why we believe that this could be a great asset to your business, and obviously a great asset for your clients, is because it is something that everybody essentially needs. So with that being said, I do want you to know that the financial services is a $40+ trillion industry. We get paid and we are compensated very well for the education that we provide for our clients. Now, I do want you to know that it is about education first. It's about creating resources, and it is definitely about making sure that when we get an opportunity to sit down with any individual, that we are understanding their needs, their goals, their wants, their desire, their dreams. What do they want maybe for their businesses? What do they want for their families? What do they want for their future? Essentially, because we can help anybody from any walk of life. So from a business perspective, I do really want you to imagine how big that could be. But if you can create college planning, from retirement plans to employee plans to literally anything that you could almost imagine that you can build in business or for a person, that we have the ability to show you exactly how to do that for your clients, which in return you can monetize in so many different ways. So
can I just jump in, and we're going to let you then
of
take
course.
the floor. All I wanted to really reinforce here with anyone that is watching here today now or recorded at any point is this is, for me, is essential, vital training. And the idea of what Cindy's going to be sharing here today is not only valuable and extremely needed information for your clients and customers, but it is a great way, as I pointed out before, for you guys to be able to create some additional revenue too. So please, what Cindy's going to be doing at the end is obviously providing you her contact details and her calendar, so you can register for a free consultation, so you can, go deeper. But please, as all these Zooms and Looms and anything that's online, sometimes it's difficult to kind of stay focused, but try and stay focused, and please feel free to ask any questions. Put your hands up, but please engage at the end. If you just want to have a chat, dig deeper, feel free to ask Cindy anything you want. And over to you, Cindy. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, of course. And I won't, I promise you guys, I won't drag it too long, but hopefully create enough excitement where you guys will want to explore further. It's not a conversation that it'll only be based on the information or a bit of what I share with you. I promise it is a conversation that we'll have to have on a one-on-one basis of how can you implement it? How can you explore this with your audience, your clients? But I promise it could be geared. I promise it could be arranged. I promise that, whatever is important for your audience, depending on what kind of coach that you are, that you can implement this in many ways, right? Like I've mentioned, I currently work with all kinds of different coaches, and from their perspective, they're already going, well, yes, this is important because we're already talking about all the other things in life. But maybe the one thing that was missing is, how do I have a conversation about financials and how to put them in the right place? So that's the picture that I want you guys to know, right? That it's always about creating value. It's always about educating first. It's always about what's important for your audience, for your clients, what they're trying to accomplish. We're great listeners. That's really essentially what we want to be able to do. And imagine being able to create a roadmap, a GPS, a guide to whatever it is that they want to be able to accomplish financially. So our goal essentially, and just so you know, we have a great variety of products. So as a broker company that we are the only company in North America under one roof that will be able to give your clients the ability to learn how to invest in pre-developed commercial land, so land banking, oil products, alternative investment products, and anything under the insurance umbrella. We are essentially the one-stop shop. Clients want choices. And so we're just simply going to be able to educate them on everything. And don't worry about all the ins and outs. You will obviously have an expert like myself that's been in the industry for a very long time to pretty much gear you up as to, how it is that you can have these conversations, how it is that you can promote it to your clients. And I promise that it's a very, very simple conversation. It's pretty much just going back and saying, I'll kind of give you an idea of something that I've done with one of my previous coaches. She kind of went back to her previous clients, right? Whether they've already come through their doors, taken a course, taking, whatever it is, as a package that she had already set up. And it was very simple to go back and say, Mr. Client, due to the fact that you have already taken a coaching session and we, again, every business is a little bit different. So just kind of imagine how it would be geared towards your particular audience and clients. We work on XYZ things, and I am giving you a call because I have recently added an additional arm to my business. And because I believe that life should be a very well-rounded, from our relationships to our business to our life to love and money and health and whatever it is that you guys educate on. I also do believe that the stability of money, the great relationship of money, and planning for the future is super important. And therefore, because you already kind of came through my session, you've taken a course, I want to be able to provide you with a 1 hour with my, wealth strategist that I have created a partnership with that will pretty much take you through the process of understanding your goals, your dreams, and your desires, or whatever it is that you would like to accomplish financially in the future for yourself, for your families, for your business. Obviously, you will have different people that you have talked through throughout your career. And then pretty much schedule a session, right? What does that mean in return? Okay. That means in return that being part of this industry, right? And these clients picking up, whether it's one product or two products or multiple products, that we would be able to share in that commission. That is whether you want to take him through the whole education process, you are more than welcome to be able to do that. We will coach you and guide you. You will have a mentor like myself that pretty much will hold your hand and teach you the ropes until kind of you're ready to fly solo in that sense. Or you may very well refer clients at the same time, right? If you refer clients, it would be, pretty simple. It would be a sale that would be split between the person that educated your client and yourself, right? You also have the ability to become the strategist, right, for your audience and be able to teach them. And then you get to be able to keep 100% of the commission. Essentially, the one thing that I wanted you to know is that we want to make it as simple as possible to create more revenue in your business, but also create more value for your clients along the way. So we have all the right tools, we have all the right coaching, we have all the right training already in place. And what I want you to know that I absolutely love, that I have mastered over the last 7 years, is that this is exactly what I've been doing with clients, what I've been doing with coaches, what I've been doing with agents across the entire US for the last 7 years, and everything I have been able to do and accomplish online. So for those of you that might be a little bit new to doing business online, I've been implementing my business strategies, what I teach clients. As a matter of fact, right before this call, I was sitting down with a family from Iowa, right? And the client right before that one was actually in Texas, and the clients I had this morning were in Pennsylvania. So essentially, my business gets to be built across the entire country, right? I know that right now, due to COVID-19, most of us are input, in a location. But one thing that I love about building this business, this type of education, everything that we get to do is that essentially is a mobile business. I get to do it from any city or any continent or any beachfront place that I could imagine, because that's my favorite place to be, right? But I'll paint a picture, hopefully, um, as far as what we educate on. I already mentioned, under one umbrella, all of the options we have. But I am definitely hoping to stretch your vision, but what I'm about to share with you. Okay. I have a client recently, and everything that I conducted with him was exactly in this form through Zoom. I shared education. We talked about his financial goals. This client was particularly going to walk into retirement. So his biggest goal was preservation, right? This is a very simple conversation to have with any of your current clients, I promise. And in today's day, people are looking for security, they're looking for, how do I save more money? How do I keep my wealth if I've been building it for so long? How do I generate even more? How do I grow my money with tax advantages? And I'll share one with you guys that hopefully that will leave you thinking of how many people out there will tell you, yes, I want to learn more, right? But this particular client had a bit of moving parts, and I just helped him create two accounts, right, from existing money that he already had. And that time that I particularly spent with this client, again, he had quite a few accounts, almost everything under one roof of anything you can imagine, from IRS to pension plans to money in the stocks to insurance products. He had a bit of everything. And so I was just helping him combine the right items with the right items to preserve his wealth, to continue to multiply his wealth, and then to guarantee him a type of lifetime income minimum until he was age 100. So age 100, I'm telling you guys, people are living longer than they ever have. They need financial education. They need to plan better for their future. And you could be the key role fact of them receiving the information and not missing out on life, because you are already a coach to them in life, right? And so that transaction, right, um, equivalated for me about $45,000 in commission. Okay. So 4 to 5 hours sitting down with the client, which that's not typical, by the way. Usually I only spend about 2 hours with the client on two different sessions. Um, and that made me $45,000. And I have stories like that are left and right? From clients from all walks of life, from pro athletes to, middle America, to doctors or attorneys. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is that you can have the ability to help and go out there and educate as many people as you possibly can. Um, and so, but I love it. I love it because it gives me the freedom, the flexibility, the ability to educate and teach and build a business completely online, which in return for you guys means exactly the same thing. If you're already coaching and teaching your clients, or you're new at doing that, you can just do more of it. You can create and do more things for them. But in return, being part of the financial services sector and something that your clients really, really need, have always needed, will continue to need, because the need is never going to change. It's never going to end. If the need, it's only going to get larger. And we're talking about millions of people out there that you have the ability to go educate across the entire country from the comfort of your home or any city, hopefully, when everything opens up and it's back to a little bit more normal. But it's given me freedom. It's given me the ability to make an incredible income. I live today where I want to live. I do what I want to do. And it's due to this industry. So why not give yourselves an opportunity to add more revenue, add more value to your clients, educate them on things that they need, right? Life needs to be a combination of all the right things: health and wealth and relationships and life and love and everything else, whatever obviously your audience is looking for. But I promise the one component that every one of them needs is to understand their money better. And we have the tools, we have the platform, we have the products, we have the ability to coach you and teach you if you wanted to learn how to do it yourself for your people. Or we have the platform where you can implement it, promote it to your audience, promote it to your clients, and allow one of our experts take your client through the entire process of being educated, and you get to participate on that transaction one time after another, after another, after another, to continue to multiply your business, create your own wealth, and help your audience at the same time. So overall, it's an incredible thing that we teach. Now, I will share this, right? In today's day, and here's why it's important. I want you to, the picture that I'm also trying to paint for you is not only what this business can do, not only what the education can do, but also think about how many people out there are looking to do things in such a better way, a different form. So essentially, what we like to teach our clients is the outside of the box thinking. What does the 1% of America do that 99% of the country doesn't do? Because I promise the 1% does things very differently. And the 1% doesn't usually need me to come around to tell them how to do the right investments, how to put the right insurance, how to do the right things with their money. They are the 1% for a reason, right? But 99% of the country has the same ability, the same opportunity. The only thing that's lacking is the information and the education. And you are out there to be able to go on and carry this message to them and help your audience and your clients be in a better position, better than they were before they met you. But because they met you, now they have even a greater opportunity to accomplish really what we know should be financial freedom for everyone out there. But from a perspective of why is it different and why would anyone listen? And I want you to think of the following. Currently, our country is $22+ trillion in debt. It pays $999 million of interest alone on that debt. And Social Security currently is in deficit as we speak. It only has 3 people contributing to Social Security for every 1 person receiving it. So based on those 3 facts, ask yourself this question. What is the probability that taxes will be going up? The answer to that question is it is a for sure thing. As a matter of fact, the experts have written that there is no way around it, and it must increase at least by 50%. Okay? So more than ever today, people need to plan for their future. They need to plan for retirement. They need to plan for emergencies. They need to plan for the unexpected, because the unexpected can and will happen at the same time. How do we teach outside of the box, and what is the 1% of America doing and the rest of the country isn't? So if you ever sat in front of an audience or a client or anyone, and essentially this is what I teach, and again, we're not going to do this with you guys tonight, because of course it's just to open your mind to the possibilities. But if you said to anyone out there, I want to give you an opportunity to be able to learn how to grow your money without paying any taxes, pull your money without paying any taxes, right? Participate on the upside potential of the market with none of the downside risk. What if you could remove age restrictions? We're going to remove volatility, right? And whenever you need to access your money, you're going to have the ability to do that without being taxed and without being penalized on the way out. Just by sharing that with anyone you know, I hope that you're out there going, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And it doesn't matter if the back of your head you go, sounds too good to be true, or is that even possible, or I've never heard of such a thing. At the end of the day, what we don't know, right? And until you get an opportunity to learn how all this works, right? Or the audience out there gets to learn how, it's just simply these are strategies that the wealthy have been using for a very long time. Right? All we want to be able to do is go carry that message out there. So yes, there are tools out there that are able to create all of this, which in return for you, it's education for your clients, a generation of additional income for yourselves, for your business, a great way to continue to create more value and expand. And just simply the opportunity there is endless. I mean, endless. You can promote it on any platform you want. We use social media frequently on a daily basis to kind of just go out there and put the message. But it is as simple as reaching out to any current clients or previous clients that you guys have ever had the opportunity to come through your door and just say, listen, I have something incredible to share with you. Here's some valuable information. And our balance in life should also be our relationship, how we plan for ourselves, for our future, for our businesses, for our family, for your children. Everyone has a different story, but how do you help them make it better financially? So I know that today's conversation wasn't about all the details, because those details are more about having a conversation with me. I'll walk you through what does it take, what is the process, how does compensation, in that sense work, how can you implement it. I love to learn more about your particular business, and of course, how I can show you how you can reach out to your audience and be able to kind of introduce it in a really great way where they're very drawn to wanting to learn more about it. And then, of course, how this opportunity can create a huge amount of synergy with what you're doing, also with the financial education that we are able to provide. So I obviously, I'm connected on Calendly, of course. And so you guys may reach out to me there, be able to set up an appointment. Um, with me. I'm just at Calendly, right? / Cindy Liz, right? If you guys can see my screen here. And then you can pick, the time and the date, and I can go over those particular questions for you. But again, yeah, I don't expect you to just understand it, everything from this conversation and what Bernardo and I are sharing with you guys, but hopefully you're catching on what the vision is and what the possibilities are of how you can add to your business, add an additional revenue, and continue to provide more value, more education, and impact more lives out there, because I promise everyone needs to learn more about money and how to do things better with their money. It's been a great career for me. um, I've been in the industry, for almost a decade now, and it has given me everything life could, for me, dream of. So for me, is how do I continue to pay that forward and share that message and information with others at the same time, and how can we, create great partnerships and obviously support one another in growing everything that we could possibly do together. So Bernardo, with that, I like to turn the time back to you, and if there's anything else that you like to add. But if you want to know more about it, of course, please make sure that you reach out to us and we can go into all the details of the how to's and how that works, and any other questions that you guys may have.
Thank you, Cindy. So anyone that's online now, I just wanted to confirm, are any of you interested in finding out more? And if you are, this is the time just to say yes. And then, I think you've already just tap yes into the chat. And if you find that obviously this could be something that could be appealing for you and your customers, and then I just want to confirm that you've all got the details. Do you mind just sharing again? Jessica says yes, she's in. And anyone else would like to know more? And as I said, so what's the Calendly again, Cindy?
So it's Calendly / right, and Cindy Liz.
Okay, Cindy Liz, perfect. Thank you so much. Well, guys, this is it. We've I'm putting these quick webinars together because I think there's a lot of things going out there, and people aren't necessarily focusing on the right things. This is a time to learn. This is a time to really explore new skills. But if anything, it is really pointing out. I think someone was sharing today with me in a previous talk that I did that I think they say that the average American has around $400, of cash in their bank to live on, when something like this happens, and that's not something where you want to be, and you don't want to be there. So adding this expertise, and as Cindy pointed out, learning it, but if not, simply pointing and directing new clients to her, is just a very simple and a great service to your clients. So Cindy, thank you so much, and everyone else that's watching here today, thank you so much too. Take care. Stay safe.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye. Bye.